Good morning, everyone. Back here on a Tuesday. Let's check in with weather, what to expect today. Also, Aaron, we've been kind of keeping our eye on some of those ice jams and flooding across the state as well.
Yeah, we've got numerous areas up under flood watches, even some flood warnings. Of concern continues to be the Yukon River. The biggest flooding is right there near Russian Mission, of course, into the interior, just north of Fairbanks, where you're seeing that flood watch. That is primarily due to some snow melt as the ice jam issues have shifted west. Across the state. In terms of what we're going to see when it comes to those breakup, you can really begin to see most of the rivers across Alaska beginning to open up. Now, we're still seeing some here in South Central with some runs of ice out towards northwest Arctic Borough as well as the slope. And then the Yukon as well as Kuskokwim River also seeing some of the potential for some continued threat for some ice jams. Latest observations from this morning through at least yesterday showing Russian Mission seeing that flooding. Some water looks possible to be in some fuel tanks, water rising at least 1 inch per hour along parts of the Yukon. The Koyukuk seeing water approaching some roads as well. Most of those roads are out near the cemetery as well as the old airport road. And then those ice jams still looking likely, even though most of the rivers have opened up. So be mindful of that. If you live near the river, watch for those rapidly rising waters. 46 degrees currently in Anchorage and McGrath. We got 41 in Dillingham, 44 in Kodiak. Along the slope, those temperatures sitting near freezing, while southeast is going to enjoy another day with quiet weather. That rain holds off until we welcome in your Wednesday and Thursday. Here's what we're going to be seeing for that hour-by-hour forecast as those temperatures warm back into the low to mid-50s. It is going to be on the cooler side for late May. And as we close out the rest of this week, we're going to struggle to climb out of the mid-50s for a large portion of South Central. So staying dry out towards southeast for the day. That rain widespread at times for Kodiak, going to continue to live north through parts of South Central. You can see out towards Prince William Sound. This is where we could see upwards of about 3/4 of an inch of rain for Whittier. Further inland for Anchorage into the valley, we'll see our best chance of some rain as we welcome in the overnight hours on into tomorrow. But really looking like we're just going to see some passing showers staying with us through a large portion of this week. And there it is as we welcome in our Wednesday, that rain building back into southeast. It's going to be scattered in nature. The widespread rain looks to hold off until Thursday ahead of this next area of low pressure that will be approaching the region. May as a whole still above average when it comes to our precip, and a lot of this is driven by the fact that we did see that snowfall through the first week of the month. But what we really want is to add on some more rainfall before we welcome in June and July through the peak of fire season, as that's certainly going to help saturate the ground and keep things on the wetter side. A bit more cloud coverage across southeast, 56 in Haines, 56 in Petersburg. We could see some 60s through the southern inner channels. Winds not much of an issue for southeast. We'll see some breezy conditions across the Kenai and Kodiak. Those temperatures in the 40s and the 50s. 1/10 of an inch to 3/4 of an inch of rain looks possible for Prince William Sound, with the highest occurring out towards Whittier. The further east you head, the lighter rainfall amounts that you will see. There's a chance for some evening showers across the valley, with those temperatures sitting in the upper 50s and lower 60s. And then that 7-day forecast showing we're going to struggle to climb out of the low to mid 50s for a large portion of this week, keeping that daily chance for some rain. By the weekend, looking to be on the drier side and welcoming in Memorial Day with a high of 57.